Welcome back, and a really big thank you to those tutors for those amazing videos. We will be seeing the remaining tutor videos later on at the end of this assembly, so make sure you stick around to see what they have to say too. But for now, we're going to be moving on to the next stage assembly, which is the Keats Awards. As you know, Keats stands for kindness, effort, aspiration, tenacity and success. Because these awards are a little bit different this year, what happened was we asked all of your tutors to nominate one person from their tutor group for each award. This means there are 9 nominees for each award. With every nomination, they had to give a reason for why they had nominated that pupil. Those observant of you would have noticed I've moved slightly, and that is because in the graphics next to me will be the 9 nominees for you to read. I will be reading them out as well, but that's just to make sure you can see, or if you have any difficulties looking from maybe a smaller device. As you'll know, the first award is kindness, and the nominees for the kindness award are Sam, Fatmanaz, Destiny N, Daisy, Ruby, Aisha, Jemima, Alexandra and Veer. As you all know, because of lockdown, all of the characteristics took on an extra importance. However, kindness was one that was mentioned widely across the world to ensure that everybody was looking after their mental health and one and each other. Now, for us, as you know, you've been told for a number of years that we were going to remain kind as a year group, and which you are. But these times made it harder for everyone. And it's really pleasing to hear that the 9 nominees I've just read out were all nominated for the same reason, and that was being for supportive of others. That is whether or not they do it in class and including their tutor, if they are providing extra support for their tutor when maybe they're stuck or have got some issues, they're still able to do it, but also towards their friends. They're able to stay making sure loyal, they're making sure that they can regularly communicate how they're feeling, they take on board other people's feelings, they listen to how other feels, and they've just been really supportive and great friends during what has been a difficult time and even during school. However, there is one winner, and the winner of the award stands out for one particular reason. They obviously did everything that I've just mentioned, but the reason this person has been chosen as the winner, is because in 2 other people's phone calls, they mentioned to their tutors how great of a friend this person had been. They mentioned how this person had arranged virtual events and held virtual discussions and virtual talks to ensure that everybody was feeling okay and to keep passing the time, to generally look after one another. And for that reason, that the fact that this pupil was nominated by 2 of their friends in other phone calls stands this person out really clearly. I'm proud to announce that the winner of the Kindness Award is Sam. Really, congratulations, Sam. Really well done. It was so impressive to hear 2 other tutors talking up your praises and how glad they were to hear that you'd been looking out for other people. So really well done. Enjoy, and take care, Sam. The next one we're going to be moving on to is effort. Same again as kindness, effort has looked a little bit different over the last 4 months. But we obviously took into consideration the effort that you'd put into school before the lockdown and working from home. We know it was different, we know it was hard, and it was very difficult to make sure that you are on board and you are staying up with every piece of work. But all 9 pupils that have been nominated once again for the similar reason that they kept up to date with their work, they submitted work on time, and they maintained a high standard throughout this entire period. And this is something that they did during lockdown and in school. The 9 nominees for the Effort Award are Tyler, Lily, Abby, Angel, Zaina, Emre, Kerry, Ayub and Daniel. As I said, the winner definitely demonstrated all of those, and for those reasons. However, this person stood out on top of everyone else because of the frequency of the emails that had been coming through. I regularly saw emails that a tutor had communicated to me of this pupil's amazing work, and it truly showed how great this pupil can be when they focus in their work. And it was such a pleasure to see that this pupil had gone back to their learning and got back to a stage where they can really continue their development and to show what they are capable of. The winner of the Effort Award is Daniel. Congratulations, Daniel, really deserved, really impressive, and those emails were absolutely fantastic to keep coming through every single week. Miss Leatherbarrow shared them with me and I was able to read through, so you should be really impressed. Well done, Daniel. Aspiration. Now, we moved into year 9, and year 9 is one of those years where you really get to start to take on board your thoughts and your feelings and ownership over your futures. The last couple of years, you were kind of given a timetable and that's what you were followed. But in year 9, you were all asked, and with the GCSE choices I mentioned earlier in assembly, that you would start to take ownership on it. And those that were really careful and thought about their GCSEs or had an idea of what they were going to be picking is because they've shown their aspiration. They have got ideas of what they want to do in the future. They know they have an idea where they need to go for college or sixth form and then on to university so they can achieve those careers. They understand that the long-term goal is for them to achieve in school is going to help them into their aspiration, into their futures and their careers that they desire. And once again, all of the tutors that have been nominated for this award has been for those same reasons. Now, it sounds like I'm repeating myself, but this is what the tutors are feeding back. All the 9 nominees have been selected because of those actions. The 9 nominees for the Aspirational Child Award is Antonio, Layla, Emmanuel, Gifty, Roddy, Sharon, Miriam Yu, Arma M and Taifa. Really well done to all of you. An extra reason why these pupils were nominated is that during their phone calls with their tutors, they clearly showed their understanding, and they truly understand and show and are able to articulate what they know and what they want from their futures. By being able to talk it through with us, by also being able to show in their work what they are aiming for and what they're hoping to achieve, truly shows their aspirational qualities. However, we had to pick one winner, and this person was able to set themselves targets each week. They was able to stick to these targets to make sure they stayed on top of their work and ensured that they could fit every single piece of work in. And this person was able to stick to those timetables and those targets, and it really showed from the work, from when they communicated with their tutor, when it was sent in, I could see it from there, how well they were managing it, everything around lockdown and their work, knowing what the wider target is. The winner for the Aspiration Award is Emmanuel. Congratulations, Emmanuel, really well done. This moves us on to tenacity. Tenacity, this is a really tough one for us. This year, as a year group, you know how tenacious you are. We know the work that you're capable of, and I'm really pleased to say this continued during lockdown. And lockdown forced us all into a new way of working. And once again, every pupil that was nominated has shown an incredible amount of tenacity working from home. They were able to send in those emails and we'll be able to work from there. But what's most impressive of these pupils is, apart from the emails, is that they were able to continue their progress. They took on board feedback. They took on board what teachers were saying to them, or their tutor was saying to them, to make sure they can continue their progress. They have risen to the challenge. They have understood that lockdown has not stopped learning. They have been able to continue. And I'm sure that these pupils will be able to continue and move on in their future careers with this same level of tenacity, and they will be just as successful in the future. The 9 nominees for tenacity are Mason, Naeem, Ermal, Riley, Balim, Aaron, Helen A, Selin and Zaber. When we looked through all of the reasons and we discussed and looked at each pupil, it became actually quite clear who the deserving winner is for the Tenacity Award this year. And the reason for that is that this pupil has had extra difficulties that we all haven't had. They've had lockdown, they've had all those difficulties, but they have faced additional ones that have made life incredibly difficult at times. It's been quite a challenge. And then because of those challenges, it means we actually haven't seen her in school since November. And you think for a pupil to be able to keep up with their learning, to keep up with the pace with the rest of the year group, without seeing a single teacher since November, just adds into how great this pupil has been and how hard they have been working and how dedicated they are to their studies, just to ensure that they don't fall behind. And I cannot tell you how proud I am of this pupil, and from knowing what they've been through, what this pupil has had to deal with during this time, and to show that they have continued working throughout since November, which is, almost coming on 7, 8, 9 months of the year since we last saw her. It is just amazing. And once again, I am proud to announce that the winner, and the truly deserved winner of the Tenacity Award this year, is Selin. Congratulations, Selin. It's been absolutely amazing to see everything that you've done. I'm so proud of you. I hope you are too, and I know that Miss Young and I'm sure your family are as well. Keep up the great work, and I can't wait to see you again back in September. This brings us on to the final one, success. Now, we all know success is easily measured and is easily measured by everybody in their own different way. This year, you will have all achieved success in some way or not. It may look very different to your friends, and it will look very different to the pupils in your tutor group. But it is important to recognise that you've all had success this year. The 9 nominees for the Success Award stood out on top of the rest of the year group. And that is because these pupils know that through their tenacity and through their hard work and through facing difficult challenges, they have been able to maintain a fantastic level of work, both in school and before lockdown. They have been able to manage their time, they've been able to look after their well-being, and they've been really able to make some amazing pieces of work. And overall, I am confident that these pupils have not suffered, their progress has not deteriorated in any way because of lockdown. And for that, it deserves a huge and humongous amount of credit in itself. However, the winner for the Success Award stands out on top of everybody else. The 9 nominees for the Success Award are Martina, Jetal, Khadija, Samoya, Mohammed A, Miriam G, Connor, Helen Y, and Rianne G. Really great, well done all of you for standing out. Your tutors all gave exactly the same reasons. They know how great you've been. And many of you have had shout outs from myself or other teachers and any other member of staff in the school. However, there is one pupil that stood out. And this pupil received recognition from myself, tutors and other teachers, and also Mr. McIntosh, the head of secondary school. This pupil has been an absolute star working throughout the whole year, and he's someone I am very confident will go on to a very successful future. The winner of the Success Award is Mohammed A. Mohammed, really well done, really proud of yourself, really great work, well done. That brings us an end to the 5 awards. And as promised, we're now going to move on, and probably that you're probably a little bit more excited about than hearing me continue talking is the next 4 tutor videos. Enjoy the next 4 tutor videos where we'll come back and we've got a few more awards to hand out as well. See you shortly.